Well, hi everybody, and welcome to another Channel 8 sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, it is girls basketball as East Brunswick hosts South Amboy in a Greater Middlesex Conference tournament game. Jimmy Allen are being joined by Phil Hill, and Mr. Hill, East Brunswick coming in with a 16-4 record, South Amboy 15-5, but not an equal matchup tonight.
I think the difference is just between colors, red and gold, the two different divisions and whatnot. Yeah. South Amboy, the big story here is Marianne Lewis coming home. Marianne Lewis, of course, coached here at East Brunswick for the last 6 years under Reggie Carney, now as the head coach at South Amboy. Of course, South Amboy is really Hoffman High School, which Reggie became a legend at, and Marianne Lewis played for Reggie between '83 and '87. She won 2 county championships and 2 Group 1 state championships as well. So there's some mixed feelings about this game. I asked Marianne Lewis basically how she felt. She said a little anxious and whatnot. She sincerely hoped that Reggie would take it easy on her. But the Bears, on the other hand, the #1 seed in the county, they can't look past anyone. If you look at the boys' game last night against Edison, a 15 seed, and yet it was a very difficult game for them. Reggie has to have mixed emotions himself. How would you like to be sitting on the bench there looking at this purple and gold, which is really the beginning of your high school coaching career, and now you're coaching against them for the first time? So he's got to have a lot of mixed emotions as well.
And briefly, East Brunswick's captain, Jess Oshesky, this is her last game here at East Brunswick High School. She's coming out, leaving this gym with winding up quite a career.
Well, all sorts of records. Of course, she's the leading all-time three-point shooter, but she's more than that. She's been a leader for this Bear team, one of the more solid players in all of the state of New Jersey, and we just hope she ends up on a high note tonight.
All right, well, anytime a team comes in with a 15-5 record, I don't care what the matchup is, you really have to take them serious. So we're hoping for a great game here tonight. We're going to take a break now. We're going to be coming back, introducing the seniors, cheerleaders, and players. We'll be back with that right after this. Okay, back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where tonight East Brunswick will host South Amboy. Started to say Hoffman, which is their own old name, Phil, and we had to do the opening over, but I have a feeling I'm going to do that at least once or twice tonight. But anyway, you see the cheerleaders lined up. John Emery, the PA announcer, is going to be introducing the senior members of both the cheerleading squad and the girls basketball team. There are 4 of them: Melissa Dudra, Lauren Genovese, Jess Oshesky, and Lee Weiss. And of course the cheerleaders. There's a bunch of them.
And as we always point out, it's really a nice touch senior night to recognize the seniors and their parents for having gone 4 years of battle here at East Brunswick.
Absolutely. Let's listen in on John for a second.
We would like to honor them for their commitment and dedication to the athletic program. They have provided us with many enjoyable memories over the years. They will surely be missed, and we wish them much success in their future endeavors. And now, the senior cheerleaders and parents.
Okay.
Parents James.
First one to be announced is Catherine Chen, led out by her parents, James and Yen. Kristen Federico, escorted by, I see they're being met, okay, by her parents, Anthony and Rosalie. Michelle Kralowski, met by Paula. Mary Kamechik, her mother Stella. Jennifer Maxon, parents Roxanne and Maxon. Now that can't be right. That's Roseanne. Full name.
Okay.
Brittany Morrison, parents Mark and Louise. Here's a familiar name, Shanape.
Oh, certainly so. University of Massachusetts.
That's Tiffany. Parents Joyce and Ken. Next couple I know personally, as well as the daughter. Jennifer Westuba. That's Linda and Ed. Jennifer has danced with my daughter for a better part of 14 years.
14 years, I've been through it, Jim, with my daughter.
Danny DeMuro.
Danny, just a super kid. Just a fine all-around kid.
Lynn and Richard. And Adam Hua. Allison Gordon.
And Adam Hua, very popular.
Cheerleading squad will be rebuilding next year, Phil. That's quite a number of seniors.
That is a number of seniors.
This is Melissa Dudra.
Okay.
And met by her parents, Gail and John. Balloons galore. Lauren Genovese. Met by Lorraine and Bob.
Lauren back from an ankle injury. Good to see that.
Okay, Jess Olszewski.
And I don't think you can say enough, Jim. We've talked about her for 4 years, and she's just been a wonderful player for the Bears.
And Phyllis and Walter.
And I'll tell you, Lee Weiss is probably, if they have had an all-county and all-state trainer team, he certainly would be on it. He's that good, Jim.
Absolutely. And it's picture-taking time now. Sort of a festive atmosphere here.
I'll tell you, very nice.
I guess when it's the final game, it sort of hits you.
Oh, man.
You know, like a brick wall sometimes, like you're running into a brick wall. You realize, it's the last game I'm going to be playing here, and I grew up in this community. And I see Jess wiping a tear already.
South Amboy, Bears of East Brunswick, the theme of interscholastic athletics, friendly competition.
Yeah, she's choked up.
And why not, Jim?
Yeah, this is, you know, it's just a great community to grow up in, go to school, and again, they're sort of feeling it right now. So, okay, let's get back to basketball. We're going to have the starting lineups. Okay, this is they're scattering for numbers and things like that.
I'll tell you.
Olszewski. And an extra warm handshake to Marianne Lewis from the players. That was Liz Whalen. Laura Kirby, Melissa Dudra, and Lauren Genovese. As we mentioned, East Brunswick with a 16-4 record. South Amboy 15-5, playing in the small group divisions. All right, we're going to take a second and listen to Rich Snedeker sing the national anthem.
I'll tell you, Jim, one of the nicest renditions of the national anthem that we've heard since we've been here.
That's correct.
Rich Snedeker.
Rich Snedeker. Okay, we're still getting organized here. I'm bringing Kim Peterson up to page 1, Phil.
Okay.
Okay? It's a private joke between us. She is going to start at center and is joined by Angelica Vargas, I believe it is, Melissa Rayon, Kirsten McCarthy, and Reagan Roan. And we'll try to get them straight. Decidedly smaller lineup compared to East Brunswick, Phil. Not only a small school.
That's for sure. And you look at them, you look at that purple and gold, and I talked to Reggie Carney, and he has really mixed emotions. Spent many years at Hoffman building it into a national power, and this is the first time that he's playing them. He says, quite frankly, he wished it was a game that they didn't have to play. Not only because it's Hoffman, but because of Marianne Lewis, who he's coached since she was 4 years old. So he was not looking forward to this game at all.
Right. And East Brunswick, of course, is going to up tempo. I'm sure of it. And we're underway. Genovese, first one to get the open shot. Won't go in off the rim. Kirby, though, with the follow-up, taps it. And South Amboy down with it. Immediately puts it up is number 21. That was Roan. Gets the follow-up, won't go. Almost saved, but Rayon was on the line. We're going to have to get Rayon and Roan straightened out. Again, South Amboy with a rich tradition of excellent basketball, but they're up against it tonight.
It looked like the 1-1 zone right here.
Whalen off the board. No. Elected the rim. Kirby with the rebound. She's going to get a bunch of them tonight. Clearly the tallest player out there, and she's fouled.
And you're right, Maura Kirby, a 6-foot sophomore.
Phil, the tallest player on the court right now for South Amboy is 5'9". That's Kim Peterson.
Wow.
Foul is charged to Vargas. Kirby misses the first. And makes the second to give East Brunswick a 1-0 lead here in the first period. And pressure already. South Amboy does a good job of getting it across. Roan puts it up and in and gives South Amboy a lead.
Nice drive.
And immediately a timeout called by Reggie Carney. We have him mic'd up tonight, Phil.
Okay.
And we'll have to listen to what he has to say.
How come nobody saw her driving? What's the one thing I said to you in that locker room? Help side defense, you better be in that lane and you better know when she's driving. What did you just do? You two get beat because you're straight up and down, and you three are not in the picture, not even seeing somebody coming to the basket. Play defense, play basketball. You didn't have anybody in the help side of that paint that time. Nobody. You're not getting your press set up quick enough. Let's go.
Let's go. They're going to get in quick.
Defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Okay, Reggie not taking any chances. Of course, Reagan Roan did drive through that to the basket uncontested there, and Reggie doesn't care who he's playing. He wants them to play defense. He wants them to play like they're supposed to play.
All right. And a lead for South Amboy. Oshesky, top of the key. She looks for a three. In and out. And who has it? Jump ball. Possession arrow to South Amboy. Nicknamed the Govs.
Governors.
No, not the Governors, Phil.
But not the Governors?
The Govs. G-U-V-S. I learned that the hard way. Having doing an article, I was called up by the athletic director and told, no, we're not the Governors, we're the Govs. I said, all right. Anyway, shot, in and out, won't go. Oshesky with it. Whalen with an open shot. Can't let her open.
That's a three.
And East Brunswick regains the lead, 4-2. They trap her. Again, South Amboy does a good job of breaking the press. Riane in the middle. Sort of an errant shot goes up. Roan dribbling the ball.
Dribbling it hard.
R-O-N-E, Roan. Peterson with it. Being guarded by Oshesky. Drive to the basket. And not that South Amboy's patient. That misses everything. That shot was by Roan. Oshesky looking ahead, finds Genovese. Oshesky open for a three, hits. Ooh. And South Amboy, if they are playing a zone, cannot afford to do that.
A steal and
put up
by Whalen.
9-2. 5:25 left in the first period. There's a steal. Now they roll around. It's going to be East Brunswick's ball. And I think South Amboy is going to call a timeout. They say 20-second timeout.
And you see Marianne Lewis with her back to the camera right there, Jim, in the blue jersey, and she was really feeling anxious about this game, and why not? She's most of her since 4 years old. She's played for Reggie Carney, won a state championship, county championship, and coached with them for 6 years. So she really had butterflies about this game, and we laughed about it before. She said, "I hope he takes it easy on me."
All right, both teams are not coming out. This is interesting.
Well, I'll tell you this here. You talk about Reggie Carney's going to make sure his players are intense, but you got to remember these players are somewhat loyal to Marianne Lewis as well. They know her, and they may be a little reluctant to be as aggressive as they normally are. We'll see.
All right, East Brunswick's ball. South Amboy thought it was its ball. Oshesky left alone again. Misses this time. And down with the rebound with a jump ball. South Amboy will get possession. That was Kirsten McCarthy. Immediate press. Okay, Aaron Kenny is in the ball game now. Peterson pushes it ahead. And they're going to say double dribble. So a turnover. East Brunswick up 9-2, 5:03 left to go in the first quarter. Phil, I just don't see this zone working. Oshesky puts it home.
I agree with you.
11-2 East Brunswick. Roan with it. Peterson.
And the Bears are in man-to-man.
And they can afford to be. Peterson lofts up a wild shot, doesn't go. Kenny with the rebound.
On the other hand, who knows this Bear team better than outside of Reggie than Marianne Lewis?
That's Oshesky again.
Her feeling is that they probably can't stick with the man-to-man. So therefore, the zone.
They get it across. Whoops. Number 22, that was Felice, wasn't expecting the pass. So it's a turnover. Phil, you got the JV roster handy tonight? Just in case we have to.
Just in case, I hear you.
We got to get them. I see the full contingent of East Brunswick's on the bench, and I have a feeling that last player on the bench is going to get some playing time. Nice pass inside. They collapse on her. A lot of jump balls so far. Whalen with the inbound. Oshesky fires it into the corner to Whalen. Dudra puts it up. Excuse me, that's not Dudra. That's Heather O'Reilly.
Okay.
And that foul. Charge to McCarthy.
Risky at the line.
Sinks the first. It's 14-2, excuse me. A lot of substitutions already. Ashley Stapleton in. Oshesky takes a rest. And she makes the second. 15-2. Stolen. Whalen looks in the corner to Kenny, makes a nice move. Kisses it off the glass.
I'll tell you, it all started with Kenny with the steal, and she finished it.
17-2 so far. And 3:27 remaining in the first period. East Brunswick looking somewhat like a machine tonight, Phil. O'Reilly. Last time we saw her, she got nailed. Looks recovered, stuffed. Roan with it, guarded by O'Reilly. Peterson, nice pass underneath. Will not go. They had an open shot there.
And Stapleton with the rebound.
Whalen behind the back. Kenny open. This is Peterson. Gets it to Roan. Trapped in the corner. Peterson attempts to drive, but the good block. Shot.
O'Reilly got a piece of it.
(17-2) with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Okay, Liz Whalen takes a seat.
This is the GMC second round of the tournament. Jump ball, arrow to South Amboy. O'Reilly didn't quite know what she wanted to do with that. And they immediately trap and cause the turnover. Oshesky, pass underneath. Will not go. Good pass nonetheless. Oh, and Kenny reaches in, and she's hit with a foul. That is, I believe, is East Brunswick's first team foul.
You're right, Jim. They've been aggressive, but aggressive without fouling.
Roan trying to get it across, and that pass a little too far. Oshesky pulls up and hits. I got her with 9 points, Phil.
Correct.
East Brunswick 19-2. Peterson tapped away. East Brunswick's got it. And here comes Stapleton. They look for Oshesky again.
Good
a little
block by
short
Peterson.
on that.
Peterson got a piece.
Okay. Tapped away. Here comes East Brunswick. O'Reilly uses the left hand. Nice move.
I tell you, Roadrunner O'Reilly.
I'll say. She really showed her athleticism there. 21-2. And there's really not too much Marianne Lewis can do right here. Another reach in by Kenny, and she picks up her second.
And Reggie putting the bodies in and out, Jim.
A lot of bodies. Kirby back in. You've got Dudra back in. Peterson. Little smooth, blocked. Kirby with the pickup. Here they come. Oshesky. And that was O'Reilly from the corner. 23-2. We're under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Look at that hustle by O'Reilly, huh? Vargas. There's a shot that goes in.
I'll tell you.
By McCarthy. And that's the first bucket since the early stages of this game. It makes it, that was a three-pointer, as a matter of fact. Making it 23-5. Whalen. Under 10 seconds. kick. 6 seconds left to go. Phil, I can't imagine what Reggie Carney's going to say in between the first and second quarter, but I'm going to be very interested to find out.
Reggie's going to be coaching. Reggie's going to find something that he has a problem with, and he's going to be telling the team about it.
They didn't even get the shot off there to end the first quarter. So it is 23-5, East Brunswick out in front here at the end of the first quarter. Okay, let's listen in on Reggie Carney.
Okay. All right, now, we'll be picking up man-to-man half court. Just a reminder against the matchup. You're working that ball around the perimeter again. Somebody get in triple threat, go by the first defender and get to a gap. Once you get to a gap, then you have a 5-on-4. And I'm saying to you, you're trying to throw that ball in there at the end. Remember, it's a matchup. Somebody will get to Aaron as you let the ball go. All right?
Let's go.
Come on, nice start. Good job. Lizzie, make sure you're going to get to an outlet so we can run a fast break, all right? Bears, 1, 2, 3. Bears. Come on.
And Jim, should be no surprise, as I pointed out, Reggie will be in their coaching to the end. Of course, they have a 23-5 lead, but that's no reason to stop coaching, and that's exactly what he's doing there. And I tell you, you got to wonder about the South Amboy athletic director who scheduled a game, not on schedule, but had South Amboy play a game the day after an overtime win over Middlesex in the first round of the counties.
Right.
A meaningless game against a Cerebral team that was 3-18, and who end up beating the South Amboy team. And then now they got to come and play the #1 seed in the county. Doesn't seem to make sense to me, Jim.
If not physically, certainly from a mental standpoint. Kirby puts it home. Short 10-footer. She has 3 points, excuse me, and East Brunswick with a 25-5 lead to begin the second quarter. Thought Rome was hacked, but they did not call it. And the Govs will inbounds. Peterson. Whoops. Felice Peterson. Felice having all kinds of trouble holding on to the ball.
I think it's just nerves, Jim.
Could be. Seems like she really doesn't even want to handle it. Genovese to Dudra to Oshesky. Seniors out there. This is everything. And Rome comes down with it for the Govs.
Rome's just a sophomore, not doing a bad job handling the ball. And it's...
Well, fortunate that ball bounced off of Whalen's head, because that was almost a TO.
Rome bouncing the ball a little high there, and you're right, sooner or later, Whalen's going to steal one. But Rome being aggressive.
McCarthy. And called for traveling. This is a rather sedate crowd at this point, and why not? It's a 20-point lead, and we've only played about 10 minutes of this game so far.
Well, I think they're sedate because they look across and they see Marianne Lewis on the other bench there. And
this is extraordinary that they play this zone. Ball up, hits the backboard and goes out. Whalen tried to come underneath, but I mean, they're just daring Oshesky and whoever else is out there. They're all good shooters for East Brunswick. Whalen to take the outside shots. Peterson almost loses it. Puts it up off the rim. Roan looking for the open. Peterson drives. Thought she was fouled. Whalen cuts to the middle, around the back. Oshesky left alone. In and out. And I think they're going to call Dudra on the foul. Substitution, Genovese goes out, O'Reilly back in. Another substitution, Stapleton in, Whalen out. An open shot right there. One of the few ones that South Amboy has had. They come down with the rebound. It's probably one of the bright spots for the Govs tonight is the offensive rebounding thus far. They've had second chances. Good movement of the ball. And they call steps. That's Heather O'Reilly on defense.
On defense, of course. And again, Jim, to talk about Reggie Carney there looking out at that purple and gold, he took them to the county finals 4 consecutive years. And between 1986 and 1990, winning the first 3 years, 1986 to 1987, 1988, and losing in 1989 against St. Petersburg.
I remember that game. I believe East Brunswick was there to play the boys' game. I'm pretty certain. Stolen. Easy layup for Oshesky. Stolen again. O'Reilly with an easy layup. Oh, misses it. Oshesky with the one hand. Misses again. Wow, they're too easy, huh?
Too easy.
And they say it was off South Amboy.
To answer your question, Jim, actually the boys were there the following year, 1987. Okay. A Frank Knoppenberg coach team won the county championship that year.
Greg Berliner.
Greg Berliner, just a super player.
Who else was on that team? Now that we have a moment of timeout.
Chris.
Matuszewski?
No, Clint. What was it?
Tom Joronsky?
I'll tell you. They had some players.
Tommy Joronsky was on that team, if I remember. I thought Matuszewski was on that team. Phil is looking into the record book here while we have a timeout. Score is 27-5. East Brunswick handily over top of South Amboy. 4:13 left to go in the second quarter. This is the GMC second round game. East Brunswick looking to move on. They are the #1 seed in this tournament, and as well they should.
Matuszewski not on the team. Matuszewski had left the previous year, Jim.
All right.
We'll see if we can get some of those players.
Of course, the Bears getting past their opponent last night. Oshesky missing. And a good lead pass out to McCarthy.
I'll tell you, the first
Will
pass
not
break.
go. Whoops. Boys beating Edison 44-40 last night.
Nail biter.
And we'll meet St. Joseph this Saturday. And that will be at South Brunswick High School. Stapleton tries to get around. Kirby off the board and in. 29-5. 3:45 left to go in the second quarter. O'Reilly, boy, is she an aggressive defender. Peterson left alone for just a second. South Amboy has to make those shots. Vargas with it inside, taken right away. Good lead pass by Oshesky to O'Reilly. Puts up the left hand.
I'll tell you, puts it down.
6 points for O'Reilly. 31-5 East Brunswick.
And Jim, I'm going to take. I'm going to make a bet with you. I think you're wrong on. You may have been right back then on the Gov. but I'm almost positive they're the Governors. We're going to check at halftime.
Okay, no problem. Here comes East Brunswick. Nice move by Olszewski, but she's a little hard off the glass. Kirby follow up. Second shot, can't give her that. She's got 7 points, and it's a 33-5 lead. The height factor really showing here.
Talent factor showing here. Okay, nice back door there.
That put in by Roan.
Right.
33-7. Stapleton up with it. Makes it 35-7. Back and forth we go. Felice finds nothing except glass. Lee passes now all the way. Olszewski's going to take it in herself. Real soft shot.
Smooth as silk.
37-7. And South Amboy really getting a lesson here tonight.
Ooh.
And when you're in this situation, why not? Rome with a three-pointer.
I'll tell you.
She has 7 points of the 10. Great shot.
O'Reilly.
Boy, Heather's really showing her stuff tonight. Stolen by guess who? Stapleton, good move inside. Won't go. Will not go. Olszewski makes a veteran move and taps it off of Peterson.
And Ashley Stapleton didn't make the basket, but showing a great stutter step there.
And a nice hand for the three coming out for East Brunswick. Olszewski, O'Reilly, and Kirby. (39-10) the score. Whalen inside, nice pass. That's Genovese with her first 2 points of the night, and it is 41-10. Peterson driving on Whalen. East Brunswick comes up with it. Genovese, boy, they're looking ahead. Good ball movement. Stapleton, 43-10. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. Peterson puts it up. Will not go.
And Peterson seems to be rushing her shot.
Look at this 2-on-1. Stapleton's going to get another chance. Whoop, she elects to pass it off to Genovese. Gets the follow-up, taps it around, and they come down with it. Dudra puts a hand in, and they call a jump ball. Under 10 seconds. Shot. Roan won't go. We're down to 1, and that will do it. So, at the end of 2 periods of play, East Brunswick 43 and South Amboy 10. Phil, there's not a heck of a lot you can say about this game.
Not a heck of a lot you can say. It's pretty much, to tell the truth, what we sort of expected here. The Bears are just simply too strong, overwhelming the South Amboy team here, the very young South Amboy team, and clearly not as much experience in that gold division as there is in the red division, Jim.
All right, so we will take a break here at halftime and be back with the second half after this.
And I'll tell you, Jim, the little young lady in the pink there, I was looking over there and I saw her dribble, so perhaps she's going to be a Bear basketball player as well.
All right.
And that face is a former Bear basketball player holding the little baby. It'll come to me shortly.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, East Brunswick ahead 43-10. We'll give you some time to think about that, Phil. To begin the second half of play, total dominance in this first half. And South Amboy begins. Roan, who handled the ball extensively during the first half. Ball inside, some contact there. McCarthy puts it up and in.
And down, and the faces come to me with a little help. That's Nikki McBride, former Bear player over there.
Absolutely. Whalen with an open shot. Closely guarded, Heather O'Reilly with a steal. Boy, she comes from behind. Phil, I think Marcus Borden ought to think about Heather O'Reilly.
I'll tell you,
she's really sharp.
Tremendous speed, I tell you. Quick.
Peterson puts it up and is fouled by Heather.
I'll tell you, that could have been an offensive foul. Peterson sort of put the forearm out there.
After the crossover. And I believe this is the first time that South Amboy is going to the line tonight.
And you take a good look at Kim Peterson. She's coming off a 33-point performance against Middlesex in the first round, Jim.
Well, she had a goose egg the first half here and misses that. First of a two-shot foul. Makes the second.
Nice form.
And makes the score 43-13. O'Reilly given an open three. Off the rim, will not go. Down with it, off Whalen, South Amboy's possession. Phil, we'll have to talk a little bit about the bracket here and how it's going to shape up. East Brunswick with a #1 seed will have its next action, assuming they win this game.
We'll hold their breath.
That's a joke.
Okay.
This Sunday at 5:30, Middlesex County College. Off of Oshesky. That will be the quarterfinals.
And all I can tell them about that is take the open in the first half if you can.
You bet. I believe the opponent was going to be South Plainfield. Riley kicks it in the corner to Oshesky, who lofts a nice shot, won't go. Rebound tapped around. With it is Roan. Officials have had an easy time tonight, really, when you think about it.
Well,
a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, but they're letting them play as well.
Exactly. And that's the sign of a good official. Kirby off her arm. And perhaps a little lack of concentration right now by the Bears. They can't be faulted. They really have this game in hand. Peterson puts it up. Here comes East Brunswick. They're going to run. Look at O'Reilly ahead of the field. That was a great move.
I'll tell you, she's just...
That was a tremendous move. Great body control. She's got 10 points, and it's 45-13. Shesky knocks it off of, I believe, Rayon.
And just showing quick hands. And again, quickness is one of the things Jessie may want to work on before she hits Hofstra.
Riley with the pass inside. Roan gets around her player. And they are letting him play, Phil, definitely. Pass to Oshesky, pulls up. She has great body control as well.
Whalen with the good peripheral vision.
And I have Oshesky with 15 points, 47-13. Bounce pass almost knocked away. .507 left to go in the third quarter. Peterson lifts one up. Down with the rebound comes Dudra. Oshesky, great pass. And actually that shouldn't have happened.
Kirby.
That was just South Amboy just not being awake. Rome. O'Reilly, she wants to look at Oshesky. She's got her. Whoa!
Ooh, I'll tell you.
There's a collision.
Hey, Hey, maybe you're serious about Marcus Borden should consider
I'm telling you.
O'Reilly on her team. She took a shot there and bounced right back up. Whew.
Very focused player. Can you imagine her as a senior?
She's going to be tough.
Really? And a timeout. All right.
And Jim, you might want to look at those brackets.
Yeah, absolutely. As we talked about in the girls' tournament, East Brunswick with that top seed, and I believe they will be taking on South Amboy.
No.
I think they will.
South Plainfield.
I mean South Plainfield, I'm sorry. They're playing South Amboy tonight. Exactly. And then you have St. Mary's, which is going up against North Brunswick, which is a quality team, and then playing possibly Bishop R in the other side of that bracket. And then finally Piscataway and New Brunswick will probably be meeting. I'm just making surmising here.
Okay.
And then Edison is the second seed in the tournament.
The surprising Edison team.
Right.
That's the coming on strong.
Pass inside to Peterson, knocked away. All will culminate on Saturday, February 26th at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center.
Still known as the Rack.
Yes, it is. Shot by Peterson, and she hits a three.
That's 4 points for Peterson.
49-16. Pass to Kirby.
And Peterson with the steal.
And they say that, okay, it was knocked away. Rebound, Oshesky. Outlets, nice pass to O'Reilly. Heather O'Reilly in with 12 points, 6 field goals. I'll tell you what, Phil, O'Reilly is going to be a valuable weapon to East Brunswick. Look how she is ahead of the field.
I'll tell you.
She has just got speed to burn. And in a game like this where it's up and down, I can see her like in the fourth quarter in a game where a lot of the players are tired. Okay, she could be the difference.
And that's that soccer ability and whatnot. She runs all day on the soccer field.
And a nice hand for the wholesale substitutions here. Knocked around, won't go. And that's Medansky in, Phil?
Right, Sylvia Medansky.
Okay. We have our junior varsity roster with us. (51-16), 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Shot up by McCarthy. Ooh. And it falls.
That's her second. That's 5.
I don't know if they gave her a 3 on that. That one was a 3. Oshesky, 54-18. Up again. And they're just firing away here. Peterson with the right hand shot up. Gets her own rebound. Down with it, Medansky. Stapleton. Couldn't get the handle.
Right,
yeah.
Really.
Can't do that against East Brunswick.
Stapleton steals it back, and
Oshesky puts it home, 56-18.
20 points, 2 more points than all of South Amboy team.
Nothing. East Brunswick very relaxed.
Very relaxed.
Medansky puts it up.
Nice move. Sylvia Medansky.
Makes it 58-18. Here come the Bears. Phil, as you watch this East Brunswick team, of course, this is not a true indication. Medansky puts it home.
4 points from Medansky.
As you watch this team, what are you most going to remember about this year's team?
Well, hopefully it's going to be the development that this team has had. They haven't had it easy, Jim. They've been knocked around by some of the big boys. Columbia, they lost a close one to Immaculata, and
oh, we were here for that game against Columbia, and that certainly was not one of the best efforts by East Brunswick. Genovese comes down with it. Great pass outlet to Stapleton, has a free lane. And they call a foul. Good God, a foul. Guess it was too obvious.
I'm trying to think of the third team. They dealt with, Jim, but they've had some big losses there. My interest will be to see how they fare when they get hopefully in the States against some of the teams that have some of the bigger back lines.
Right. All kinds of substitutions now. The big back line teams. Well, you know, I remember last year as East Brunswick moved through the states, they went up against that Trenton team. And
exactly.
Great game.
I thought Trenton was the best team I saw all of last year. That's my personal opinion. And that was just probably one of the super games of all time.
It really was
East
a great
Brunswick,
game.
Against Trenton.
Stapleton knocks down 2 foul shots to make it 61-18. And they fight for the rebound. And it will be East Brunswick ball.
And we got some new faces in there, Jim.
Yeah, a bunch.
Let's see what we have here.
Okay, Katie Coster is in, as well as Teresa Alexander. That ball stolen. Risky's in. And Kirby back in. Oh, let's check that, I'm sorry. That'll do it for the third quarter. East Brunswick extending its lead to 61-18. And we haven't heard from Reggie Carney in quite a while. Let's listen in on him.
Ashley, Heather, Melissa, Lauren, and Jesse start out. All right, come on, let's go. No, you get in front of me. I don't want you behind my back. There ain't no way. Okay. Well, maybe they will. I'm talking about you. Bears, 1, 2, 3, Bears.
They know they're on camera too.
Well, they have some fun. They have some fun. Very rarely do we get to see them smile when in that huddle there because they're always so intense.
Yeah.
But they can afford to relax right now. Reggie putting some of the veterans back in there simply because they got to be prepared to go 4 quarters. Jim, the further they get down on this county there, in the counties, he wants to keep them sharp. Mary Ann Lewis understands it because she's been there at Reggie's side before.
Okay, we're about ready to begin the fourth quarter. Possession is to the Govs. Goes off O'Reilly. She seems to be everywhere tonight. Phil, I look at this East Brunswick team and I am just astounded at the program that Reggie Carney has established here, and I've used the word established because it's a program that starts to build continuity from the early grade schools. A lot of interest. You can see a lot of the young girls supporting the team, and there's just a genuine interest, a yearning to want to play for this team.
And Jim, any coach that really wants to talk about building the program has to do that. You have to have the young ladies in here. You have to be down viewing them when they're playing at St. Bart's and things of that sort. You have to work with the younger, the middle schools and so forth. Reggie Carney does all that and whatnot. He knows, he sees the talent early on when it's coming, and he knows who's ready to step in.
Another point to make is the fact that Carney is not afraid to go out and play some quality teams, even though he knows that his team is not quite at the level they are.
He did that this year, and
you see O'Reilly with a left hand?
once again, he did that this year, and he's done that ever since he's been here. Right. He wants some experience against some of the best. I have Heather with 12 points.
I got her with 14.
Okay.
Stapleton ahead of the field. And the disparity here, Phil, even falls with the second 5 for South Amboy.
Well, the thing is that the Bears are so fundamentally sound on basic things like layups, Jim.
Okay, they're going to slow it down here. No more running. Gudra. Score is 67-18. Oh, they're going to push it ahead.
Oh, mercy.
And she gets it anyway.
I'll tell you, Stapleton, even though she's bumped out of bounds there, had enough body control to get the ball up and put it down for 2.
And I believe Marianne Lewis is going to call a full timeout here for South Amboy. And so we will listen to Reggie Carney. Don't know what he's going to say, but
you guys are going back out. You're not in yet. And then if we need to, when we get possession, okay, then we're just going to call a timeout, right? Okay. All right, now, do not run the fast break. Just take your time coming down the floor. All right, come on. Bears, 1, 2, 3.
Bears! There you go.
Okay, and not sure that would be done for everyone. He's pulling them back here, saying, do not run the fast break. And quite frankly, no need to at this juncture.
I thought Marianne Lewis sort of shot a glance at her former mentor and said, you're running the break here, I'm going to put my starters back in. And that's what he was about to do.
I don't know if that was happening. They care too much about each other. And Marianne Lewis understands. She's been on the other side there. She's going to take her lumps for a while. She hasn't taken too many lumps this year, Jim. She came in this game 15-5. So with the people she has to play against, she's done an excellent job.
All right, so this is the starting team in for -1 player for South Amboy. Stapleton will have an opportunity to finish off this 3-point play. Rayon was charged with the foul. And it falls in. Wholesale substitutions, and I believe that's going to do it for the evening for the senior contingent, along with O'Reilly. They receive a hand from the crowd.
Okay, we have Stapleton, Mariski, Kirby, and Dansky.
Peterson inside, and it falls. She has 6 points.
Well,
70-20. Long shot will not go. They say off East Brunswick. Down to 5:48 left in this game. As we said, East Brunswick will be moving on to the quarterfinals of this GMC tournament. Shot. And they, as Carney instructed, will not run the fast break. Nice soft shot by Kirby, will not go. They fight for it. More substitutions.
Okay.
You got Koster back in. Barbado getting her first action. Godansky is in.
And Teresa Alexander.
And shot in by Koster.
And I'll tell you, Koster sits right next to me at the Lady Night games, Rutgers Lady Night games, and she's at least at every game that she can be at. An awfully quiet young lady, taking in the action.
And Peterson. Boy, she's getting her share of rebounds now. Shot up by Roan.
Yes.
It's three-pointer.
And Roan has been one of the bright spots.
72-23. Kick, they say. There's a shot. Will not go. Rebound put up. And that put in by
Dansky.
She's got a few points. I have her with 6 as a matter
That's
of fact.
correct.
74-23. Long three-pointer. And it falls in by McCarthy. This has pretty much been a three-player scoring for South Amboy. Kirsten McCarthy with 9 points. That put in by Coster, I believe. 76-25. Reagan Roan has 10 points, and Peterson has 6.
Okay, Katie Coster with 4 points.
We are under 3 minutes. 76-25. Almost tapped away. Dansky, nice move. Is she going to go for double figures,
Phil?
Phil?
8 points for Medansky.
78-25. High arcing shot by Roan will not go. To the middle.
Ooh, mercy.
Good shot by Barbado. 80-25. That one does not fall.
And Coster with another rebound.
And we might have a timeout here. Timeout mostly to get substitutions.
Okay.
Just a quick 20-second timeout, Phil, and this is going to be our final game here at East Brunswick High School.
You talk about the next round there. It'd be interesting to see the Bears play someone that they don't ordinarily play, a team such as South Plainfield. And
who's having a fine season.
And who's having a good season themselves there. So we'll see a lot of green and white.
Yeah, that'll be a little step up in competition, I assure you. The Tigers having a good season. Ball bounces away. Nothing but youth on the court. Tapped away, they're going to call foul.
Barbados.
And that is Christy Ruskowski,
a 5'9" junior. Excuse me, a 5'4" freshman.
Believe me, other than 3 players, this is the first opportunity for another Gov to get on the board. And she does. 80-26. Beto drives. And well, they're going to call a pushing foul here. And Stapleton will go to the line.
Ashley Stapleton, we knew she's going to be a fine athlete, and she's starting to get more playing time with this varsity team.
She's got 9 points tonight, Phil. Trying to reach double figures here if she can.
She's only going to get better.
And does make it. 81-26, East Brunswick ahead of South Amboy. A minute 20 left to go in the game.
Jansky with the rebound.
Barbato up. Under a minute. Yep, they're going to call steps on Rion. Check that. That was McCarthy. And Adansky to the
Coster.
Coster, I'm sorry.
And as I said, Coster, a nice young lady, a regular at the Rutgers games when she can be there. A lot of times she can't be there. Those seats next to me are empty.
Katie puts it home. 5th point for her. Making it 82-26. (83-26).
Okay, 6 points for Coster.
Peterson tries to wedge her way through. McCarthy. This is everything. And the ball will go over to East Brunswick with 25 seconds left to go in this game. East Brunswick pretty much led from the start. Raced out to a 17-2 lead and coasted from there. Coster.
I'll tell you.
8 points.
I'll tell you, coming on.
Everybody's in the scoring tonight. 85-26. Peterson with a long shot. She hits it. And winds up as the game winds down to the 0 mark. Its final score, the Bears winning 85-29.
And I'll tell you, a game that Reggie Carney didn't want to have to play, but he played it, and they did what they had to do, Jim.
I'm looking at the point totals. It looks like Jess Oshesky was the leading scorer with 20 points tonight. And good even scoring throughout as Kirby chipped in with 9. Stapleton had 10. O'Reilly, as we mentioned, had 14. And, of course, the supporting cast all chipped in with their points as well. Any further thoughts, Phil, as East Brunswick moves on in this tournament?
No, it's just going to be interesting the further they go on. Of course, Channel 8 won't be there, but we'll be there checking them out at Middlesex County College, as we always do, and hope that they make it to the rack so Channel 8 can be there.
Okay. So the final score tonight, East Brunswick 85, South Amboy 21 in this GMC second round game. For Phil Hill, this is Jimmy Allender saying thanks for being with us.